In the currency quadrant, we're seeing a small bounce in the March Japanese yen, bouncing from its lows, but it still finished negative on the session. The low today, 6666. That was down a half of 1%, but we bounced up, made a new high at 67.05. That's just a new high for the day, by the way. That was up 8 basis points. We ended up finishing the day down just short of 0.2%. On a weekly basis, the yen has just completed its 7th consecutive week lower, and since the high close of the week on December 26th of last year, the yen is still down 6.3%. Now, we did get some Japanese economic data yesterday. Their tertiary index numbers were positive for the economy, which may be a little bit of the tailwind that we saw coming off the lows. The tertiary index came in at up a 0.7 versus last month's down 0.4. But their foreign bond investment data showed an increase in Japanese investors purchasing the securities of other countries, and that's a negative for the yen if that were to get too out of hand. So overall, the session finishing lower making sense. It makes some sense, and the yen finished lower on the week makes sense as well, especially when you look at some of the dollar strength that we've had lately. It's difficult to get any strength in the yen with the US dollar rising the way it's been, and it's based off of yields rising, which again, another double-digit increase for yields in the US this week. The 2-year especially up 17 basis points again, sitting now at 465. That's implying that the Fed isn't going to do anything anytime soon because there's a strong correlation between the 2-year and Federal Reserve policy over time. So when you see that rising, it's certainly going to add strength to the dollar, which is naturally a weakness for the yen.